Good afternoon, ladies and gents. Welcome back to another review. Wednesday, December 16th. Today was a pretty good day on my end. Let's take a look here. So SPY, same kind of thing, range bound, push to all-time highs, and then drop back down at VWAP right into the close. Pretty choppy. We did have quite a bit of announcements today with a stimulus package as well as a Fed meeting came out and mentioned they're going to be supporting bond purchasing until things drastically change. So we could very well see this optimism continue. Other than that, let's take a look. Let's get right into it. So ACRS, this one I was watching for a trend line break. I was actually looking for a climactic reversal. Did have a couple of opportunities. Just didn't really like the entries. Wanted a little more of a stuff. So I was watching it, and as we get here, we got a little close to VWAP, which I didn't like. Would prefer to be a little bit more extended, so that's kind of what delayed me. But nonetheless, I got in on the trend line break below VWAP, and then kind of consolidated around there for a little while. Try to push, rejected, so I added it again, risking this level here, 620. And then we came down. I did have my stop in front of this level here, just in case. We ticked it, came up, dropped, and then almost got right down to my next one, which was 551. A couple pennies away, and then it kind of consolidated back. And then as it came back down, we actually held that level again. So then I thought, just in case we do hold it again, it came up, I tagged it, and then it ripped up. And then this last one is a poor trade by me. I was initially looking at 521 right around here, and then just took it off. So there's no need to be taking this off. Clear downtrend, essentially don't need to take it off until here or get to that $5 level. But anyways, that was the trade here. Happy about that. Happy about adding. Could have been a little more aggressive right over here. Fake breakout stuff on volume. Next was ALPP, coming up to a daily level. As you can see here, that was the high, so I have that level marked. And then as we get up there, we throw this indecision, and then I take it on the next candle, thinking that we could potentially break down here, and then just get a quick flush, and I cover in front of one. Overall, took a smaller size here. Wasn't super confident. Would like to see quite a bit more climactic volume here, but at the time it was looking pretty good, as you can see. So I just got in and out, quick nail and bail. Next one was AMRS. So this one I actually had high hopes, and now that I look back, I'm not sure why I got so aggressive. But I did have this trend forming there, which was pretty nice, kind of held the whole way down. And then we broke the trend, made a lower high, so that gave me confirmation right below this 410 level. So I took that initial short, which is a little late. I'd prefer to get in right there. And then we bounced, which if you look back, this is a level I need to be taking profits into. If I get in here, that's a much better risk to reward, and I can justify taking that into 1.5, but since I got in here, it gave me just around 1, and I didn't want to take that, so I got a little greedy on my front. A little late of an entry caused that. So we drop, come back up, and then as we get here, I'm looking for a little bit of a head and shoulder, I guess, kind of rejection. That's exactly what we get. So we reject off this level, which was acting as resistance here and kind of a resistance and support here. So then we reject, I add, then we kind of make our way lower, and at this point I thought we were just going to get a quick flush through. So I add a quick momentum lot. Doesn't happen, ends up holding, and then as we break and hold above this 411 or 410 level, I just take the rest off. So a couple of things to note here. This 403 is the daily level from back here. As you can see, kind of support and resistance levels. So what I should be doing is waiting till we get under and then rejecting for the add, or even waiting below VWAP in order to add this aggressively. This one is okay, but this one shouldn't be adding on the momentum lot. Anyways, that was full size here, so I did have to adjust and get out a little bit early there, but overall that was good. EQOS, I'm actually happy about this trade. So we're coming into this this daily level right here, which acted as resistance a couple times. And we throw not one, but two indecision dojis on climactic volume. So that just gives me the go ahead to get short. Usually I would like to see this break, but just because we had two of them at the daily, I anticipated and got in a little early. And then we come down. I was actually looking for my stop at 850, which would have been right there. We get 1 penny away and kind of coincides with the 50 EMA, or sorry, 50 MA. So I wasn't too happy about that. And then we come in here, and then as we start pushing, it just breaks through this level and I adjust my stop. Happy about the adjustment. I thought we were going to continue to go higher, which we eventually did. But once again, this is just levels. Should be taking a little bit off there. Got real close, 1 penny away, and kind of continue off without me. So, yeah. This is the worst, I wouldn't say worst trade of the day, but definitely a non-take. So, yeah, I guess it is a worst trade of the day. So we're making highs all the way through, and then we start to kind of make this minor trend line. At this point, I don't even know why I'm still trading. I had a couple of great trades on the day, so I should have just walked away. However, I just watching it into the close, thinking that we could potentially fall in. Notice this is the last 30 minutes. We're not going to see too much movement, especially on an upwards trend. Max I could have been expecting is around there. But regardless, so we break this minor trend. So that's the first sign. It's a minor trend, and it's a lower high. So I get short, risking high of day, and then we kind of start consolidating, come back down, and as we start coming back, I just take it off. I didn't like it. Poor trade overall. As I mentioned, shouldn't even be in here. This is a complete avoid. One thing I did like was this volume. I thought potentially whoever loaded up down here is getting out, and then we could fall, but there was clearly consistent buying throughout the day. Next was MRKR. This is actually my best trade of the day. This one was pretty solid. Came into a whole dollar number 2. Missed this first entry, unfortunately. Otherwise, that would have been a clean entry right here. Probably would have got stopped out, but I should be taking that if I saw that. And then we came up, and then we start getting this break through this level, and then once again this indecision doji. So then I take it on the second red. So this is exactly as I mentioned right around here. This time it does work, fortunately for me, and then I cover into this level, and then again into an extension at 181, just to take some risk off, just because it is a pretty extended move. So we push back up to VWAP, which is also this level, which I took profits at, and now we reject off lower buying volume and a little bit more selling coming in. So I'm thinking we could very well continue down to this previous day high. So I add a little bit more on, and then we kind of make this flag, or wedge, I guess. And then as it starts coming back down here, this is an excellent spot to add, right? So right as we're coming down here, even if I get in around here, expecting that breakdown, didn't get that add, just kind of continued down. I covered into a little bit of a wash. This is into technical level, and then the next one was in front of 170. So overall, I love the add here. I could be a little bit more aggressive under VWAP. So potential add right around here, and then also as this stuffs, another add right around there. But yeah, it was a good trade overall. Happy with that one. And last but not least is TLGT. Has been a wild runner the other day, so I was careful with that. I didn't want it to continue through. I did have 122 as my top, but then we had this 108, which is a daily level, as you can see, coincided with this high. So as we're coming into that level, I was looking for a potential topping signal, and we started having increasing volume, kind of climactic if you take a look at the time of entry. So we're coming in. There's indecision doji, indecision, and then the final indecision, which broke the high and then made a new low. So I ended up getting short on that one, and then worked out quite nicely. Had a quick flush, covered into VWAP, and that was it. A couple things that could do quite a bit better here is once again this flag that formed just like MRKR. No, it's not loading. MRKR, right? We had this little flag off the drop. We have essentially identical thing here, so that definitely could be a potential to add right at VWAP. And hold a bigger piece until this day level. Previous day close at minimum to previous day high. So then we flush through, and then as we come back, look at this. So this is the level previous day high, acted as resistance, and what does it do here? Act as resistance. So this is another level I can risk off of. Maybe even a wide risk out to here, or wait for it to break, risking that high, and then wash again. So a couple of areas I didn't get aggressive enough, but overall I did like my day. A couple of things I did well was being pretty patient, taking A plus setups, adding to winners. I think I did a decent job. Could have done a little better, but the main thing was the volume validation. So I was looking at a lot of these setups, and a lot of them gave clear tops based on the volume. So I'm very happy about that. One thing I'm not happy about was maximizing on the full move. As we saw here, I could have, waited for this technical level and then added a little bit more. Similar kind of thing, could be adding a little bit more here and waiting for that technical level or close into end of day. So yeah, that was my training day today. Overall, good green day. A couple of nice winners and a lot to improve on. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys again later. Cheers.